This is Mirabella's Kitchen, and today I'm making chicken marsala with lemon Parmesan potatoes. I start by preparing the side of potatoes. I squeeze 2 lemons with a citrus juicer. I freshly grate 1/2 cup of Parmesan cheese. I slice 2 pounds of baby red potatoes. First I quarter them, and then I slice them a few more times so they are bite-sized pieces. I add the potatoes to a bowl of water to rinse the starch off of them. Rinsing the starch off potatoes helps yield a crisper potato when I bake them. I layer them into a 9 by 13 inch baking dish and lose one in the process. I cover the potatoes with 1/2 cup melted unsalted butter and the lemon juice. I add 3 teaspoons of minced garlic, a sprinkling of coarse kosher salt, ground black pepper. I toss that all together so everything is evenly coated, and I top with the grated Parmesan cheese. I cover with aluminum foil and bake covered in a preheated oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit for 30 minutes. I then uncover them and bake for another 10 minutes. Next, I prepare the mushrooms for the sauce. I'm using 2 packages of cremini or baby portobello mushrooms. I remove the stems so I can have a flat surface when I'm slicing the mushrooms. I mince 3 cloves of garlic. And I prepare 3 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken breast. I remove the fat and I make 2 to 3 long horizontal cuts on the chicken breast to cut the chicken into thinly sliced chicken breasts. This will yield about 8 servings of 2 slices per person. Next, I tenderize the chicken until it is 1/4 of an inch thick. I take 1 cup of all-purpose flour, 1 tablespoon of coarse kosher salt, and about 1/8 of a teaspoon of ground black pepper, and I whisk that all together. I have a skillet heating up over high heat. Once it is hot, I add the oil. I use olive oil, and I coat the chicken on both sides with the flour mixture I prepared. I lay the chicken away from me in the hot oil to prevent splashing, and I cook the chicken for 5 minutes on the first side until it is golden brown underneath. I then flip the chicken and cook for another 3 to 5 minutes until the temperature is 155 to 160 degrees Fahrenheit. Then I will remove it from heat and set aside on a plate that I cover in aluminum foil to keep everything warm. I add 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter to the skillet and melt it before adding the mushrooms and tossing the mushrooms in the butter so everything is nicely coated. I cook the mushrooms down for about 5 minutes until they are soft and brown, and I add the garlic and saute until fragrant for 30 seconds. I add 1 1/4 cup of Marsala wine, and I scrape the fond off the bottom of the skillet. So the fond is that brown stuff from frying the chicken, and it gives a very deep flavor to the sauce. Next, I add 1 1/4 cup of chicken stock, and I aggressively reduce this to half the size over medium-high heat for 20 minutes. I reduce the heat to medium before adding 1/2 cup heavy cream, and I mix the cream in very well with the sauce and the mushrooms. I add the chicken back to the pan and cover both sides with the sauce and cover them with the mushrooms and reduce the sauce for another 5 minutes until it is thick. I next plate everything. I cover the chicken with some parsley, whether it is dried parsley or chopped, and then I add an extra sprinkling of the Parmesan cheese over the potatoes, and that's chicken marsala with lemon Parmesan potatoes. I make new videos on cooking every Wednesday. Please support me on Patreon at Mirabella's Kitchen and on Facebook at Mirabella's Kitchen. And thank you for joining me.